welcome back to Cut the Cuck, the only show where a URC weekend turns into a courtroom drama and our studios turns into a potato. Sorry we're late, Chad's a bit of a cunt, and tech issues tackled us harder than Volko Low. Chad, welcome back to Cut the Cuck. Sorry to the viewers that had to experience whatever we would consider happened last week. We did get the news out. It wasn't very good, but we did get the news out. We're back today. Chad's back as well, which is a lovely surprise in his absolutely shocker of a jersey. But nice to go some retro. Good to see you, Chad. What's happening?
Thanks, Byron. No, it's good. I'm a bit heartbroken after another weekend as a Sharks supporter and another loss, because that was a team that probably would have sent the Springboks down in the rankings if that game counted.
They could have wore a green and gold jersey. Most
100%.
of it was a box squad that went out, and didn't get the same results the box would get, did they?
Did not. It was. I was watching that. I didn't watch that one live. I watched it the next day, and I had no idea how that happened.
You didn't even get into the game. Like from the beginning, Ulster were just better from the start. Obviously, you guys fought back as the game went on, but I was never, while watching that game, I was like, maybe Sharks could win this. No. I never had that moment in the game.
The only time I had that moment was when I saw the lineup and the kickoff hadn't happened yet. Everything after that was just feral.
Look, the South African teams haven't been great in the URC, barring Stormers. Even the Bulls, who did get a win last weekend, didn't look hot, got lucky. Obviously, we'll take the points, but Bulls got away with one. And then, yes, Sharks were unfortunately the Sharks on this most recent weekend. So is that 0? You guys are going 0-3?
0. Absolutely fuck all.
Nice. What is fun is Lions are above Leinster in the log.
Yeah, Leinster, and it's basically Ireland and South Africa are just holding up the entire URC.
But my goodness, the Stormers are looking so good.
I know,
so good.
Who are they actually playing? I know we there's no structure in this podcast today, but
are you looking at this weekend's results already?
Fixtures.
I mean, fixtures. Are you looking into the future and looking at the results?
They're playing Benetton.
Oh, before you jump to the fixtures, I just want to give a report to the scores. Friday night, or if you're in Chad's mystery time, we're talking about the scores. Bulls beat Connacht away from home by 1 point, 28-27. Lions put up a great score, first game from home. Also want to talk about that. 29-18, win over the Scarlets. The Sharks lost 26-34 at home to Ulster. And then the Stormers beating Zebre 13-31 away from home. Stormers are 4-4 still, 4-4. What are you looking at the fixtures? And then I want to talk about the Lions home game.
Let's talk about the Lions home because it makes sense. Then we can talk. I don't want to go bouncing back and forth.
Okay, so the Lions home game, I saw some of the attendance record, and it was posted. I think it was 1,500. That's it, of people that went to the game. And you know, at halftime they have that aerial view of the stadium. Fuck all. Nobody. Entire sections empty.
There would have been more staff than people.
Pretty much. If you take in like the players, the buses, their significant others, then yeah, the ground staff, the stadium staff, guards, the bartenders, kiosk workers. Yeah, probably more people being paid to be at the stadium than actually people. I don't even know if you have to pay to get in, because they do that as well. But anyway, what I thought was interesting was they said, why don't they, especially the Lions, but maybe some other South African teams as well, follow what they've done in like Scotland and Wales, for example, and move the Lions to a smaller stadium that has a capacity of say 7,000, 8,000, and fill that up on a weekly basis. But I think the important part on the post that I saw was they said, and move it to a safer part of Johannesburg. And I thought that was
Where
an
is that?
important thing to say. Oh, I'm sure there's are safer places in Johannesburg, Chad. But well, we're talking comparatively now, okay?
Oh, compared to where it currently is. Okay, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. Hillbrow, I'm sure we can find another spot in Joburg where it's not so bad. That has a stadium of, capacity of say 10,000. But I thought that was so important because we've brought it up on the show before, where we were like, we're saying what makes it so hard to go watch the Lions at Ellis Park, or even when the Springboks played Ellis Park. It was safety, it was parking, it was all those things combined. If you move them out, if they're only getting 1,500 people at the stadium, if you move them out to a stadium that's got, say, like we said, between 7 and 10,000, into a safer part of Joburg, how cool would it be to fill that stadium up on a weekly basis? Didn't the Sharks do it for a bit when the stadium was under construction or something like that?
No, they were going. I know what you're talking about. They played at that other weird, tiny stadium.
No, that was the one where they were doing. Maybe it wasn't the Sharks. Maybe it was the Stormers. The one you're talking about was when they played in the township.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm not talking about that. I think it was last season or the season before, maybe, or 2 seasons ago, 2 or 3 seasons ago. I don't know if Newlands was under construction, but the Stormers were playing at like what looked like a university stadium kind of thing. And it looked to be successful because it was full. So there was that vibe to it. If you go watch a game at Ellis Park, even if there's 10,000 people at Ellis Park, it's not the same as 80,000. So I don't know. I thought that was a good idea. If you're only getting 1,500 people, sell 20 Rand, 40 Rand tickets, do it in one of those smaller, either like a university stadium or a club stadium, and make home games for the Lions fun again. I think that'll be so cool.
Because I remember going to some of those Lions games, and it was a fucking jaw.
Even when they were the Cats, I used to have so much fun going to go watch the Cats play in the Super 12.
Yeah, I remember going. I was still young when I went to watch. I don't think I ever. I don't know. I remember going to Ellis Park with my old man, and it being right on top, and I was like, thought I was
right
gonna
on top
fall
behind the poles. Yeah.
No, we were to the side,
Okay.
kind of like in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was, and like right where the the rail was, and it felt like you could just fall off at any given moment.
Any point. Yeah, it was so steep up there.
Yeah.
No, Ellis Park was fun, man. Tickets were always between 20 and 30 Rand. Get there early enough, to have a bra and everything. It used to be, yeah, it's just not safe, and you can hear that from everybody. Move it to a safer area, smaller stadium, fill it up, and I think it would be great for Lions rugby. I know it won't be great for Ellis Park because Pirates left there. They've got nothing left. They'll have the Springboks, and that's all they'll have, really. And because even Bafana play at Soccer City, they don't play at Ellis Park.
And there's no concerts and stuff that happen at Ellis Park. I haven't heard of
I mean, I went to go watch. I watched Eminem there, but that was just
gone
because
for 10 years.
Exactly. I was going to say that was also the same night that Santana was playing at Soccer City, so it makes sense that it was at Ellis Park. Otherwise, it probably would have been at Soccer City. But yeah, they've got nothing. Either
It'll
they
be the
fix
same
the
as
area
Newlands.
around them,
They'll
or
just get rid of it. Just as iconic as it is for South Africa, that stadium.
Yeah, that would be heartbreaking. But I don't know if it's not safe enough and it's not fun enough to go there. I say Lions rugby needs to cut ties, move to a smaller stadium. Because when you see those small stadiums in the URC when you're watching either like the Irish home games,
tiny.
Leinster plays Ulster, it's always at a bigger stadium. But the games in between are all in these smaller stadiums. But it's got that like OG rugby vibe. Like when you go watch them at high school level or at club level or at university level. Obviously, the Lions are bigger and stronger and all those things. But if you can't bring 60,000 people a weekend to Ellis Park, maybe it's time to rather bring back the vibe of Lions rugby than I have 100 random families
Yeah.
scattered around Ellis Park.
Yeah. Can you move into the middle of your camera? Because
I wasn't even paying attention. Sorry, Dad.
you're like, it looks like you're slowly trying to creep into my.
I was on a complete tangent. I'm glad you just let me ramble on, but that was my.
Yeah, no, that's it's a good point though, because it's not the same, and it won't
No,
be
and
for.
I've got good memories of Ellis Park, so it sucks to say this, but if it needs to happen, it needs to happen for the rugby. All right, you were looking at fixtures for next week? Well, this weekend. It's already Friday. There's a game on tonight.
It's tomorrow morning for me. Yeah,
Tomorrow
Bulls are
morning
playing
for you.
Glasgow.
Absolute banger, especially
That's
the way
gonna be a
Glasgow are
good game.
playing. If the
I think
Bulls
Glasgow's
can
gonna
pull
take
off
the
a
one.
result, okay,
Yeah.
I got excited for nothing. Thanks, Chad.
But that's gonna be. I'm excited. I think this weekend that's probably the game I'm most excited for.
You know what we
That
should
one.
do? Because I think we're being
Mhm.
assholes. Obviously, we're watching all the South African games, right? Should we pick another fixture that's got no South African teams in it to talk about as well next week? Or
Sure,
fuck
if you
'em,
want to talk about
fuck 'em all.
Leinster, because they might actually win a game this week.
Yeah, they also won a game last week. You do it. Wait, we'll pick one at random. Let's go through the fixtures first, and then we'll pick one.
Okay, so I'll go through all of them then. So
Okay.
Glasgow Bulls. I think Glasgow's going to win the one. Lions Ulster. That'll be a good one.
Yeah, because
Sharks
Lions
Scarlet.
are good at home, but what Ulster did to the Sharks last weekend.
Yeah, they'll be coming off of a high with that one. They're the favourites to win that one from a betting
I would say
perspective.
they're the favourites, but I'm going to say Lions win at home, but I don't know if I believe it.
Yeah. Sharks versus Scarlets. If we lose that one, I don't know what I'm.
Yeah, this is your must-win game. This is it. This is the one.
Yeah.
If you lose this one,
surely not. Surely Leinster Zebra.
Leinster all day. Now that they've got their squad back at home against Zebra, that's
the betting odds on that is you can't make money on Leinster. It's literally $1 for $1.
I say,
and if Zebra wins, it's paying $16.
It's
so
a
every
better
$1 you
house
put
than
down,
Zebra.
16 you get back.
better house than Zebra.
Imagine. Fuck.
Yeah, but you will most likely lose your house, so don't do it.
Yeah.
All right, then go on, keep going.
Benton Stormers.
I just want Stormers to keep playing the way that they're playing. I don't think anyone can beat them at the moment.
It is so fun watching them. It's been good.
Yeah, it's great to watch because it's got that that physical forward battle feel that you get from South African teams, but then the back line is just silky smooth.
Yeah.
It's do you know what I'll actually compare them to? And it's only because I've been trying to watch since you mentioned it, what's that New Zealand Curry Cup
NPC
competition? I watched the quarterfinals and the semifinals and then the finals this weekend, am I right? The back line in all the teams that I've watched, it's so silky smooth. It's
crazy, yeah.
Oh, but sorry, that would be my comparison. The Stormers are silky smooth for their back. All right.
Then we've got the the rest of them are all non-South African games. So Dragons versus Osprey. Which I think Osprey won that one, and then there's Munster versus Connacht.
It's actually not a bad game. I think that might be it's either that or the next one that we should watch and comment
Cardiff
on.
versus Edinburgh. I mean, The easiest ones for me to watch
Yeah.
are the Munster, the Edinburgh.
Okay, perfect. So we'll pick one of those then. Because I just feel
Yeah,
like
because that's on Sunday at
the
6 a.m. for
Leinster
me.
Zebre is going to be a bit of a hiding. So I'd rather watch a close game. So we'll pick one of those. We don't need to pick it now. We'll watch that one as well. Okay. URC.
Then we need to talk about next week. Sorry, next
What's next
week.
week?
If you've been watching the NPC, we need to talk about the NPC final because that's going to be a cracker too this weekend.
Isn't it this weekend?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So watch it this weekend. Talk about it next weekend. We can't talk
Okay.
about it this weekend. This weekend's.
I couldn't. I mean, obviously, I've only watched one game. I couldn't tell you now off the top of my head who's even in the final or which players I
Canterbury
know
versus
from those
Otago.
teams. Sure, I believe you that that's their names.
Canterbury's basically Crusaders
Okay, and
and
Otago.
Highlanders.
Okay, sick. Yeah, 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. If I'm up, I'll watch it. Otherwise, I'll watch the replay. But yeah, okay, sick. Yeah, we'll talk about that one as well. That was fun. I've been enjoying that competition.
It is
Obviously, I didn't
such a
watch all of it.
fun
I
it's
didn't watch
such a
any
cool
of it.
competition to watch.
The knockout games have been good. I can say that with confidence. But then I want to talk about. I'm obsessed with it at the moment. But the Women's World Cup, the Cricket World Cup. I know we touched on it because we've had we spoke a
We've
little bit
also
about the
missed.
South African teams.
We haven't really finished the rugby talk.
What have we
We
missed?
wanted to go over the suspensions.
Oh shit! Yes. Go on.
The
Go on. Break the
I
news.
want to
It's not
hear.
breaking
So
news anymore.
did you? Yeah, no, it's fucking stale news. Everyone's annoyed now. Do you want to start with Mapimpi's one? Did you watch that game and that tackle?
Okay. I've actually made a note on this. Now the part I think again I'm such a rule follower that it pisses me off. By the letter of the law, fucking I hate starting my sentences like that because the next part I sound like a cunt. By the letter of the law, those cards are the decision's correct during the game.
For Mapimpi?
For both of them, Mapimpi got a yellow, and just before him was
Oh, okay. You're talking about the. Oh, sorry. I was talking about just the suspension ones. Yeah. Okay. Yep.
no, but it's to do with the suspension. Both of those are the yellow card, and then I think it was Mapimpi got a straight red, right?
Yep.
So just before him, I think it was number 7 or
Vincent
something
Koch.
like that. Was it Vincent Koch? Okay, so he got the yellow for the tackle on the number 15. A few minutes later, Mapimpi gets red for the tackle on the 15. Now, I think with both of them, well, we'll talk Vincent Koch first. He did bring him past the horizontal, but he laid him down like a sweet, sweet little baby. You know what I mean?
Like a newborn.
He realized what was happening, and he stopped. He held him up in midair and he put him down. The only thing he could have done better was if he brought him back up and then put him on his feet. That would have been the only next thing else that he could have done that would have been more gentle. So it pisses me off because when you look at the Mapimpi one, he hit him fucking in his mur when he tackled him. the problem is that if you look at Vincent Koch and you look at Makazole Mapimpi and you look at the stature of the man they tackled, he's bigger than me, but he's small for the game, right? And all they did was manhandle him. Mapimpi just hit him so hard that the top half of his body fell to the floor faster than the rest of his body could catch up. And
I agree.
It by the letter of the law, yes, it should have been a yellow card. I don't think it should have been a red. Mapimpi couldn't catch him and bring him down like a baby because he hit him so hard that he flew. And then he landed.
I don't think it was a card at all. I think it was just a fucking hard tackle.
That's the thing. Only because of the letter of the law where he went past the horizontal. do you get the card?
Yeah.
But if you look at the
Yeah.
tackle by itself, all he did
Yeah.
was hit him with so much force that his momentum just went from this way to this way far too quickly. So yeah, it
But yeah,
was
both I
bullshit.
was at both of those ones, absolute bullshit. Was not stoked. And how he got a 5-match ban for that, no
Sorry,
idea.
sir, you tackled him with too much aggression, and he's
Yeah.
too small for how strong you are, and now you got to miss the next 5 games.
Yeah, fuck.
But then it gets worse.
Yeah, Jan-Hendrik Wessels, 9-match ban.
It's the whole tour. It's the whole Springbok Northern Hemisphere tour.
No, he just misses 3 games.
There's only 4 games in the tour.
He misses. No, we've got more than that. We've got Japan first as like warm up.
Oh, yeah, the Japan one I keep forgetting about.
So he's missing Japan, France, Italy. He's back for Ireland and Wales.
So I saw something that Japan
besides
and
that-
Wales don't fit in the international window. And that's why we can pick different players for the Japan game and the Wales game than we can for the France, Italy, Ireland. Anyway, that's not important. So he misses Japan, France, Italy, but he's there for Ireland.
But let's talk about how he lost it, how he got banned. There was no.
Do you have an
There was an
article up
oak
to read?
saying, yeah.
Okay, if you don't have it up, go on. Just keep going.
I don't have it up. No, I don't have it up.
That's fine. Keep going.
But in my opinion, it's one oak saying he grabbed my balls, another oak saying I didn't grab his balls. And when they had the TMO going over and over, they said there's no conclusive evidence. So unless they had a camera strapped to Jan-Hendrik Wessels' forearm, I don't know how they saw what. Because
also,
yeah,
to have no evidence and then to get a 9-match ban.
because it would have been 12. It was 12 minus 3.
I saw someone
That's how
showed
they
the
worked it out
stats
to
of how
9.
they made the decision to minus weeks from it. It's wild. I mean, also, I don't know whether it happened or not. We're not going to, you and I can't argue that fact. It sounds crazy that if it did happen, it did happen. But also, couldn't it have happened by mistake?
It could have. He could have just been could have tried to be moving his arm. I mean, his leg. It could have been anything.
Yeah, his hand could have bumped it. His elbow could have bumped it. It just sounds. Although we say it sounds so unreal, but then Luis Suarez bit someone on the shoulder with 1,000 cameras on him, and he tried to tell the ref that he didn't do it. Or
Yeah.
I can't. The idea of grabbing someone's dick in a game.
It's happened before. It happened to like early 2000s. It happened for an Argentinian player. Did it to one of our props too, and he was fuming. But he did it like he grabbed and gave it a good yank, like trying to kickstart it.
What are you doing?
But I haven't seen it since then. But yeah, so I don't know. If it did happen, that is wild.
Insane. Absolutely insane. It makes no sense. But also, isn't it innocent till proven guilty, or is that only in the US? Because
Yeah,
otherwise, you know
so
what
too.
you do? At the end of every game, you say, "This oak grabbed my cock." And they go, "We don't have video evidence."
Yeah.
You go, give him 9 weeks. He grabbed it. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, well, maybe that's the way that they can start banning us from the game. Just every game.
Just random
Grab
games.
my cocky grabber.
Sorry, even grab my dick. And then next week we're playing Ireland. Fucking, I can't believe Sia Khaleesi grabbed my dick. That's it. 9 weeks. Eventually, we've got the Bok B team who has to go play France. And yeah.
You mean the Sharks?
Go. Yo, well, the Sharks will have more starting players than the Springboks.
But yeah, that was wild. So yeah,
I'm hoping
misses all those games.
I'm hoping that there's more light that gets shined onto this, because
Yeah.
I hope they shine more light onto this. There we go. Because I am curious what evidence they used to say it, because that's It's like I said, if it did happen, it's insane. But also, if it didn't happen, it's such a wild accusation.
Yeah, crazy.
But if it did happen, we got to sit down with Jan Hendrik Wessels and be like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'd be like, brother, come on.
Brother, come on. There's a time and a place. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. Fine, nobody's problem. It's not on the field. The showers afterwards or grab a beer together. Do what you got to do, but
yeah,
it's not on the field.
Yeah.
But I want to shout out Ethan Hooker because even though the Sharks played like absolute dog dribble, Ethan Hooker was sensational. Sensational.
He's really good.
And thanks, Chad.
No, I was going to say, like, for his age, really like, for his age and, like, how much he's because he's come through ranks real quick. Like, he was, and nobody, and then he was just Ethan Hooker playing in Wellington and doing amazing things. And then ever since then, when he's been playing for Sharks, he's been, like, the best player for the last couple of weeks by far.
When he made the starting lineup for Sharks, I even said to you, he's the one person I don't know if we should have him on the team. And he made me eat my words from day one. I am now an Ethan Hooker fan through and through. Another fun point I wanted to bring up from this weekend was Hendricks' drop goal against Ulster when it came off the kicking tee. That was something. That was pretty cool to see. I enjoyed that.
But it'll probably be the end of the rugby because we are 5 days late because I was away and just chaos that pursued after that. But yeah, we'll be back on early next week.
Yes, next week, probably Tuesday. Would be a good day. Be a good day.
Done.
Good day.
So
but the rugby has been good.
Yeah.
For the URC, the Lions.
And we're coming up to the international seasons.
I know.
Coming back. Tomorrow is well, tomorrow for me. I don't know when it is for you. Japan versus Australia tomorrow.
For real?
For reals.
Because next weekend
is invitational.
Is South Africa Japan. I'm looking at the
not with Jan Hendrik Wessels
tomorrow at 8 a.m. Japan Australia. I'll watch that until it turns too one-sided.
Until Japan's 35-0 up, or what?
I mean, if it was the Australia side before the British and Irish Lions tour, I'd say yes, until Japan are up by 35. But after watching Australia in the Rugby Championship and in the British and Irish Lions tour, I'd like to think that Australia will run away with it. But also, I could be wrong. Let's see what happens. I'm excited. But
I'm so annoyed. I'm still pissed off with Australia.
For not being able to get one
I can wear a box jersey again. Yeah, I just wanted them to get one, and they just fucked it up so badly.
And they deserve it too, Chad.
Yeah.
But anyway, the All Blacks, they're just that damn good.
Yeah.
You live there now.
Dickheads. A lot of them. Yeah.
Is that rugby? Are you satisfied with your decision?
I think so. Yeah, we'll talk about. We'll have a lot of rugby to cover next week because we've got all the URC. We'll talk about the NPC.
URC, NPC.
Talk about that international.
Yeah, I'll try watch some of that Japan Australia again. If I'm up for the NPC, I might as well stay up and watch that full day of rugby. Nothing wrong.
Can't complain with that.
Is that a Super 12 badge on your arm? Is that Sharks jersey from the Super 12? Yay! Look at that logo.
Also, again,
that logo.
Shout out to Bumfa. It's a bit of an old one. I need to sort out the logo. It's really old and chapped just because it's an old jersey. She's the old one from 2003.
Mr. Price Red. Mr. Price Red sponsorship. Lekker man. The only other sport that I've kind of been following at the moment has been cricket. So I'll start with the men's game. I think since we last spoke, there were 2 test matches that happened in Pakistan. We lost the first, quite convincingly. But then we won the second, which, if I heard the commentators correctly, is the first 5-day test win for South Africa in Pakistan in the last 18 years.
What? That can't be
Yeah.
right.
Well, it is the subcontinent, Chad.
Wow.
It's all about spinners, and we know that historically South Africa hasn't had the best spinners. But they brought 3 to the test, and they were fantastic. So I'll say their names because I don't want to get the pronunciation wrong. Mutasami, I think I got that correct. Harmer and Maharaj were the spinners that came. This is test 1.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk. All 3 of them got a fifer in at least one of the 4 innings, so that was fun.
Checks out.
But yeah, so Maharaj, Harmer, and then the other spinner that did well was Mutasami. But yes, first test win in the last 18 years, which was pretty dope. Also, Kagiso Rabada hit his first half century. In the first
I watched the
innings,
highlights of that.
First innings of the second game. What did he hit? It was
71.
Second game. 71 of 61.
Yep.
That's pretty sick.
It was crazy. I watched the highlights. I thought it was in a T20.
Yeah, he was smacking it about a little nonchalantly, wasn't he?
Yeah.
But then I've been pretty much in-depthly involved watching all of the Women's Cricket World Cup. It's been interesting, different type of play, but also really good to watch. For South Africa, because I'm not going to sit and talk about everyone else, I just want to give a sick shout out to, gonna get the name right, give me one. Nadine de Klerk and Chloe Tryon again. I think I shouted them out last week, but I'll do it again.
Tryon?
Tryon? Yeah, Tryon. Chloe Tryon.
Thrawn.
No, I don't know. No. This does not look like a throne. Okay, this is Tryon.
Yeah, Thrawn.
Okay, whatever you want. But we've done it again. Tasman Brits out for another duck, Chad.
I know. We gave her one shout out, and
we have to apologize
unlucky.
profusely for the rest of her career. But we are sitting second on the log. We play Australia tomorrow. And then it looks as if it's going to be Australia, South Africa, England, and then it's still a little close, but probably India or New Zealand through to the semi-finals. But I don't think anyone's going to beat Australia. We play them tomorrow. But if I understand correctly, they've won the last 7 World Cups. So, you know. The other games have all been so close. Like, if you exclude the games against Australia and England for the other countries, they've all been bangers. But then the moment England or Australia get involved, they're just so much better than everyone else.
Australia only beat India by 3 wickets. That wasn't a... They just got that one.
I believe that was the highest World Cup run chase ever achieved in Women's World Cup. So it's not as if they...
but yeah, I saw they beat... yeah.
I mean, they bowled us out for 60... No, that was England. I don't even know what Australia is going to do to us. We'll see tomorrow. Although if we can beat them tomorrow, that would be massive. But you know, it looks like it's going to be Australia, England in the final unless there's an upset. But I had a because the other games have been so close. I think if you put England and Australia in like a 3 or 5 day ODI series, and then have the other 6 teams, or add 2 more teams and make it 8. Let them have their own competition, where then like the winner of that can play the winner of that 5 ODI series between England and Australia, because there is a massive gap between them and the other teams.
Yeah.
And it's so fun to watch the other ones. I think we touched on it a little bit. The Sri Lanka Bangladesh game. Bangladesh haven't won a World Cup. No, I'm sorry, they did. They beat Pakistan in the first game. Ignore me. They needed 12 from 12. Final 2 overs at a runner ball. And in the last 9 balls of the game, they lose 5 wickets and make 2 runs. It was cinema, my friend. So you couldn't. It didn't make sense what you were watching. Like the heartache from the Bangladesh side. You can only imagine what it was like. For 12 from 12, and you just don't expect to lose that.
Yeah, it's like that.
And it
That
wasn't.
saying. It's
Yeah,
like opening up a brand new bottle of brandy and then just dropping it on the floor.
but for them, what was worse was it wasn't as if like it was the last 2 batsmen were in. It wasn't the closers. I think they had lost 3 or 4 wickets at that point. So you've got like set batters. It was chaos, but so I've enjoyed it. It's been a great competition. So shout out to the Women's Rugby World Cup and now the Women's Cricket World Cup for being.
I was about to say, like the last 2 Women World Cups, rugby and cricket, have been
Great.
I was almost
Drama.
said as good as the Rugby World Cup, but
We won that
no,
one.
that would have been wrong.
It's hard to top. Yeah, they can't really top that.
Yeah,
But,
but the actual games have been really, really good. And I know we touched on it before. They haven't just copied what the men have done, especially in the women's rugby. It's different, and it's been really fun to watch.
But
Yeah,
it's
the girls
the
ones have
same.
been.
It's the same with the Cricket World Cup. There's a lot of you see like a lot of initiatives where they've brought the school kids in, but it's all young girls. And I'm just like, that's great exposure for the sport, but also it's the best way, 1, to grow the game, but then 2, also to grow your audience base. Because it's one thing winning over the male audience, which is like just put on a good show and we'll come and watch or whatever. But you're not just trying to win over eyeballs, you're trying to grow the sport. So by bringing in those young girls, they're exposed to it at like the highest level, but also maybe someone who wasn't thinking of playing cricket or didn't know that you could play cricket at that level as a girl. Like that's dope for them to see it. So I think it's great for the sport. And like you said, they've done it their way instead of just trying to do the female version of the male game, which you'll see like even in the when I started watching, I wasn't sure what a pass score was because obviously you're not going to hit the same number of sixes in the ladies' game as you do in the men's game. But to see some of the top teams still hit 300 plus is insane. And I do think that it's interesting because the games involve a lot more running. There's not as many boundaries, and it's all about rotating the strike. Yeah. And it's really interesting to watch because it is different tactically between the men's game and the women's game. But I've enjoyed watching it. It's been fun.
We're just not allowed giving shout outs to any of these South Africans because they.
I did shout out to Clark and Tryon. Or there's Chad thinks it's Tron.
Well, we'll see. We'll see tomorrow when they both go out for ducks.
The game against Australia is going to be so sick, man. South African sports is doing such great things. So fun to be a South African if you're a sports fan.
Not a Sharks fan. Not all sports,
but you still get to watch the best players. You just don't get to watch them play well.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand how the Sharks didn't do well. It didn't make sense to me at all.
But Ulster are a good side, though.
Let me just read you what the fixtures, the lineup was for that game.
Okay, go ahead.
1, the Oxen Chair. 2, Bongi Ngunambi. 3, Vincent Koch. 4, Evan Etzebeth. 5, Uri. 7, Vincent Tachuka. 8, Pepsi Butaletti. 6, Sia Khaleesi. 9, Williams. 10, Masuku. 12, Esterhazen. 13, Julius. 14, Ethan Hooker. 11, Mapimpi. 15, Yeah, it's just
I do think though that Masuku had a shocker off the tee in the first half.
yeah, he didn't do well.
I think
No.
when Hendrickson came on, Sharks looked a lot better, and it's kind of
Yeah.
sucky to say that because I think quite highly of him.
I love him. I think he's great.
I just think he had a bit of a stinker.
When did he have such a good season? Yeah.
Not last season, it was
Was
the
it like a
season
year? Was it
before,
last year or the year before?
2 seasons
Yeah,
ago.
because I was convinced he was going to be in the Springbok alignment camps.
I don't know what it is about Masuku, but I think he's missing one more, like, if it were a PlayStation game and you had like things that were starred, I feel like he's missing one more top talent in his repertoire to be a Springbok flower. Like he's either
I
got to
think
be
it's
like,
speed.
that's it. It's just one thing. I don't know what it is. Maybe he needs to be a little stronger or a little faster, or maybe his cross kicks or something. He just needs, because if you look at the fly halves we have now, they tick so many flipping boxes. Pollard, Libok,
Yeah,
and
so good.
Feinberg and Zulu. I mean, come on.
It's
So
so difficult. Like
it's not
even
as
for an
if he's
Oak,
stuck.
like Hendricks. Yeah,
I don't know why he left the Lions. But then again, would you rather live in Joburg or Durban? To be fair, I don't even know why anyone plays for the Lions because you've got the Sharks and the Stormers to pick from. even the Bulls.
yeah,
Pretoria is not half bad.
yeah,
But if you got to pick between Durban and Cape Town and you pick Joburg, that contract's got to be
yeah.
pretty special.
You've lost a bet.
You lost a bit. Chad, I think that's the show. I don't know if we missed anything.
I think so because you're starting to lag out for me too. And whenever this happens,
It's a sign.
this
It's a
is the
sign to
universe's
stop.
way of saying shut up.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll. Do you want to take us out?
Sure. See you next week. No, we'll have a much more informed weekend
analysis.
planned. I mean, next week planned. Yeah, we'll have it all. Hopefully, there's no one else pulling dicks this weekend.
Yeah. No dick pulling on the field this weekend, boys. Save it for before and after the game. That's where you're allowed to do it. Good luck to the ladies this weekend in the cricket. I'd like to
I believe.
go 4 wins in the URC to get the confidence up before we go play Japan the following week. I think that's it. Like, subscribe. Actually, watch this episode. No one will blame you for skipping last week's episode, but give this one a watch. So like, subscribe, tell your auntie to watch, share it with your drunk uncle, put it on before tonight's games or tomorrow's games before the bra, and enjoy. Thanks for watching Cut the Cuck. And thank Chad for being a good producer, but tell him he's shit for not showing up to be in the show. That's my outro.
Better than mine. Cheers. See you guys later.
Peace.
I look like I just did